Hey, Pussy Power here. So it's autumn setup, and I got a new ideas to discuss. Well, it's more like talks. I was contemplating about certain topics that occurred, and I had to deal and confront myself with certain people, and I like to bring it out because I think it's worth it to share it. So first of all, I want to share this inside story of mine. There is a man who wrote me after years. We used to be lovers and so on, and we've been always quite good friends, despite the fact that we didn't hang out sexually that much anymore. But I asked him, did you actually notice that I'm doing something, that our relationship is not just sexual? He's messaging me about how he would like to again bang me, and I'm like, yeah, but everything is changing. Life is full of seasons, and we have to adapt for everyone, every single season differently. And right now I'm 30 and I have different needs as I was 20 or 15, and I'm gonna have different needs when I'm 40 and so on. So first of all, I want to say, this pissed me off, so I have to bring it out. He said, oh, I see you doing this thing, but I don't even wanted to discuss this with you about the feminism, and so you're becoming a woman who is starting to hate men and being don't be so strict with being against sex and all that. So I really asked him, did you actually check what I'm doing? Did you actually make the research and effort to find out what is it all about? And he's like, yeah, of course, but so I found out he did not put any effort to find out what is it about, because I'm preaching about fucking sex and how useful it is, and that you all should fuck and make love. Yeah, because there is difference. So sometimes you need to just fuck, because it's really animalistic pleasure, blah blah blah, and sometimes you make love because you need to be engaged emotionally. And he pissed me off because he said that I'm becoming this woman, and he's so scared of since when I'm feminist and all that. And I'm not a man hater. First of all, I love men, and I'm always open with my heart to other men and being with them, even to bond or other things, despite the fact that I like women as well. But it just did not happen because I don't found anyone compatible on the same level. Most of the guys complain that I'm too much, or they don't complain, they just freak out because they cannot handle either my past, or they cannot see things like how they can fall apart and build up the bigger picture, because they usually focus on one thing. I'm trying to show them, I'm like, fuck off, I'm not gonna be clinging on anybody. You're either strong within you and you are able to bond with someone who is also strong within, and then you just create some beautiful empire together. But did not happen. And I like to talk about this confront with this man, that he said that I'm changing to this woman, like strict, like rigorous, like and I'm like, no, I think young girls and women, they give themselves and pleasure men very easily because they need the satisfaction, and even in later stages, because the beauty is considered as the highest value of women. And actually I absolutely disagree. Beauty is very important. I found out like beautiful girls have slightly easier life, because some things are forgiven to them easier and people protect them. Women who are not that pretty, they have to find inner power. They have to find values and in different things that just pleasing men visually. They have to have a good skill set of things, and they can be very wise, very attractive, very sexy as well, but they attract not just with physical appearance, they attract with their activity. Some women have both. Some women like without one on the other. We all have something to work on. That's my point of Pussy Power idea. Whole womb, where you create the best version of you. Strong, beautiful, powerful, feminine versus masculine within, and you give it a birth, and it's a human being, strong, beautiful, and able to spread something good in this world and reach it somehow with your energy and love and being. So back to this man and his idea was always like to have beautiful woman next to him or be with him to show off. He is a very rich man and very egocentric. I must say, he's not very spiritual, lacking with that. He is very material. He's proving himself all those things. He's lacking somewhere else, so he buy himself all the cars he ever wanted, surrounded with some like a very shiny people, but he never bond truly deeply. He thinks he does, but he's just bonded with his childhood boyfriends because it's like a kind of security for him. But doesn't matter, it's not here to judge, because I have deep love for him as well. I do, but it's very forgiving. But I like the way how he provokes me, and that makes me this video as well. So we did these interactions, but pissing me a lot that he claims, oh, it's never been just about sex between us, but also about more things. We are friends. And I realized, yes, and what is our friendship based on, or our sexual experiences? How much did you actually listen my needs, what happened to me, how many times you've been there for me? 0. Yes, so when I was in need, he wasn't willing to give me his hand, and I realized, like, what is it about? He sees that I'm starting to be stronger, more independent, and he's like still craving just the sexual side of me. And when I'm saying no, I don't, it's not satisfactory, it's not satisfying for me just when you crave this side. I have much more. I'm a complex human being, and despite the fact that I'm very passionate, I like to fuck a lot, and I enjoy it, and I like to do it on many different levels, and I'm really there in a moment, so I give myself during the act. And he misjudged it because I don't want to give something the way how he expects it. So I'm standing up for myself and my rights, and rights for my sisters and all other people, including men, who needs this little boost and looking at things from different point of view. So fuck you all the just sex craving idiots, because yeah, we need that, and sometimes we become fucking animals, but you have to balance. And if you want to bond with some person and you claim that's your friend, what is your friendship really based on? Question it. How much do you know about that person? Recently I fell in love. I must say you another story with someone else. I really deeply wanted to engage myself, and I fell on the beginning feedback, and everything was fine. Romance lasted less than 2 weeks and it was very beautiful. I was given, I think he freaked off because I was willing to be monogamous, caring, loving, supportive, all that, and I got 0 fucking feedback. So I'm like, I have my self-worth. So if you are not willing to do what I do, there's no point, because it should be mutual, right? And if it's not, I'm sorry, fuck off. At least tell me I should wait for you because you're going through something. But it wasn't like that. And if you cannot embrace love with everything else what is happening in your life, you're becoming truly a consumer of this material world, because you exclude love as a very important essence in your life. Love gives you this excessive power to your success. Whatever it is you want to do, you want to make a great business, you want to create a family, you want to be a, I don't know, speaker or whatever, a healer. You always need a love towards someone, and the bond between men and women, it's a different kind of love. Give you really good boost, and it's kind of thing that it can open you different doors of how to approach things. You learn a lot from the bonding with a woman. I'm talking about mom and boy or daddy and girl. Yeah, I'm talking about equal things, and you learn from each other a lot, so you can bring to the world something you understand and spread it around. You have to have 2 to create 3rd, and that's it. sometimes it's just on a friendly basis, so we bond on a homogenic level. So I bond with my sisters more and we create our thing. Men bond with together and they create their own thing, but sooner or later those two energies, masculine and feminine, has to confront and bring something else on the table. So again, I found out there are so many weak men, and I think Elliot House doing a good thing to educate young boys and young men to be better version of themselves, because I found out new generations, and not just new, lots of men have no idea and they don't even search. I felt really sadly about men, what happened to me in this loving relationship what I had. I was willing investing, I was curious about him, I was wanted to know more and educate myself to being able to provide him more, and he wasn't even curious enough to ask me questions of what I might desire, what made me me, what was like those experiences that I, he never like been curious about how do I feel, what do I want to bring out, and how I can enrich this world and him and myself and all other things. So he was lacking with curiosity. He was like me, focus on his own things, success, whatever he was doing. I'm really supportive to him till this day. I hope he's gonna make it, but I found it's a weakness, that the fact that he wasn't able to embrace it. And if there would be another woman, yeah, go, I don't care if you're coming back, then I have understanding that you coming back because of a reason, because the sexual pleasure at the moment, yeah, we bang sometimes some creepy attractive people because sometimes at the moment we cannot recognize what next, or it's just momentary energy, so we let it go. Well, if it's just sexual. But if you try to bond on emotional, intellectual and spiritual level same time, and build up this material world around you with those three bonding parts, that's something else. Love is then unstoppable and unlimitless, and whatever you try to achieve, nothing can stop you once you have the love. And then when you don't just put it on the side, sexuality pleasuring you with a beautiful body next to you and a presentable man or presentable woman, but you don't even know those people, and sooner or later your relationship will lack with something. So yeah, this motherfucker, he said that I'm changing into like fucking strict old woman who are having troubles with like some women when they pass age or menopause, they try to be strict. Oh, no nudity, they are really, because they are not in the stage to understand. But no, I will be old. Even now I see younger girls and I know they're playing with their sexuality and their sexual powers and their pussy powers, and it's just fine. So yes, that's it. All right, bye bye.